Good afternoon, good morning, and good day. It's your boy, Big Fungulus Abungulus Buppaluppagus, absolutely Crumbumpulus Prime. You guys know it, you guys see it, it is what it is. And yeah, this is a build. So let's start off by saying you guys were probably expecting it's Saturday morning or maybe noon, I don't know, probably morning. And you guys were expecting, hey, what's going on? This isn't Recusant Revelries. This is Duelist Diaries. This doesn't come out on Saturdays. Well, Recusant Revelries, the montages, they take a while. And the reason they take a while is because I have to explore the entire, world, right? And then I have to gain the items and, grab the items, fight a few bosses, maybe do a few, NPC invasions, depending on the items that I need. Then I make the montage, then I actually do the invasion. So I was only supposed to do that for the first episode, and then it just kind of became a tradition, and people really liked them, so I continued making them. But with this series, it's not about that. It's much easier to produce. It's much easier to make. It's just I make the build, preset through PC, right? So it's really easy to make, really quick to make. So I have the builds ready. I try them out and, record for about an hour. Take that hour of footage, use the best fights, and, present them to you. And that's it. That's all you gotta do with these builds. That's the majority of it all, and that's gaming. That's Big Buppaluppagus gaming. So, here's the other thing. When I did the recording of this, I was having a terrible day. So the gameplay, I don't know. I feel like I could have done better. I feel like I could have played better. I still played well. I still got the W's, it's hard, I'm not gonna lie. Fighting with fists and claw weapons is very difficult, but we're out here, we're doing the way of the fist, the way of the poison mist, you know what I mean? The flow of poison in itself. I don't even know what I'm saying, but you guys get it, right? So I had to kind of play outside of my comfort zone and really get in people's faces. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, you can make this build a lot better. In fact, I'm not even going to show the stats in this video. I'm not even going to show the stats. I'm not even going to show the equipment that I used, because the reality is this build, it's kind of garbage. It's kind of embarrassing. I don't even want to show you guys. Just know that I'm wearing the Mushroom Crown for extra damage, right? When I proc poison. I have the Talisman to do that too. And I have the Bleed Talisman in case I get a bleed. And I have the Rotten Talisman to, add up the damage for multi-hits, because we're going to be getting multi-hits if we can stay in the pocket. And what I've learned is that a build like this worked really, really well when I was doing invasions. So, to chase people down as they're panic rolling away, that running R1 with the Kaistus, it's pretty good. It's a good chase down tool. Like that right there, that move, it's good. But it is kind of stinky in duels. Also, that Indomitable Strike, or whatever it's called there, that Ash of War that heals off of you, when it lands, that's really good. My man practically healed a full health bar. I fought him twice. I fought him twice before fighting to a stalemate, getting a draw. But GG's to that guy right there. And yeah, this is the build, man. This is the way of the Poison Fist, okay? And it's fun. I will say that it's fun. I do like status effect builds. Always have, always will. But you can get a much better build out of this by using different weapons. Honestly, the meta right now is the rapiers, okay? And if you've got an S-Stock or a Clean Rot Spear, you can infuse that, not necessarily with poison, you can infuse it with something better. Or even then, get a weapon that has Occult, and then, use, Poison Mist or something to apply poison. You know what I mean? There are better ways of doing this build. Or even just the Antspur Rapier, you make it Occult or Bleed, you make a Bleed Antspur Rapier, and you're going to get way more out of the damage output than you would by using the fists, because you just don't have the range. You just can't close the gap. That's what I've learned with this. And if you're going to make a fist build, just go Cragblade on the Kaistus, right? Or the Spike Kaistus. Just go Cragblade on that on a strength build, and you'll get way, way better results. That's what I usually do. A strength Kaistus is way better than a poison Kaistus. I mean, that's a no-brainer. I was playing this build Clearly to torture myself. Clearly to make myself sad in some way, shape, or form. Because I could have been doing better. I just could have been doing better. That being said, it's not complete trash. I mean, those fangs right there, those snake fangs, applying deadly poison. It's like the better version of poison, but the shittier version of Scarlet Rot. So it still has its place in the game. It's not complete trash. And look at that. Look at that. Look at how much damage you do land when you get all the buffs off. When you got all your buffs going, that damage really scales. Like, it absolutely skrunkily dunks up, right? And if you get it against a group of gankers who are hyper aggressive, on the same type of build, but with, like, you know, better resistances, so probably a heavier armor with better poise, you can probably, you know, dish out some crazier damage. Also, this guy, he seemed really content to hide behind that shield. As soon as I saw the great shield with the Anspur rapier, I figured, okay, this is some kind of gimmick build. And yeah, he's going again. He's just hiding behind the shield. And I think to myself, well, third time's the charm. He's gonna learn this time, right? He's not gonna let it happen this time, right? So he throws that holy pot. He comes in. He's poking. He's doing his thing. And I'm like, he's still behind the shield. This guy's crazy. So I'm gonna bait it in. I'm gonna just kick him and kill him. So if you're this guy, and this is the thing, it's like, so I've done it to him 3 times in a row, and I'm literally in my head the meme of that child screaming, "When will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences?" is literally what I'm thinking to myself. So I'm like, all right, you know, you asked for it. You asked for it. I mean, there was even one time I gave him a chance. That second one, I didn't take out the weapon. That was intentional. That wasn't an accident. I gave the man a chance, and he still chose death. That's maddening to me. So, yeah, let me know in the comment section if you guys have a story like that where you just kept doing the same thing over and over again and your opponent would just, you know, jump right into it, essentially. Like, good lord, sweet heaven, mamma mia. But, yeah, oh, this guy was interesting. So, I couldn't even tell what sword that was. I don't remember. I think it's just a regular longsword. But he's wielding it two-handed, so it's like, looks kind of silly to me. I don't know if this is making sense, but like when you two-hand a longsword like that, the moveset just seems wild, you know? And he's got good use of the greases. I don't see enough people using greases. It's free damage. Y'all should do it. It's worth it. And he's playing real passive, not in a bad way. Like, he's being strategic. He's going in at the right time. I'm thinking, okay, I'll throw poison clumps at him to get him poisoned again. And somehow he hit me at that distance. I will not doubt it. I think it was the camera angle. But it looked a little fishy to me there. Either way, GG's. GG's to that, man. Okay, this guy, my guy right here, I'm not even going to lie to you guys. He had a few wins on me pre-recording, okay? I had fought him a few times, and I'm like, I got to beat him. I got to beat him for the video. He had won probably 4 to 5 times against me, and I literally thought to myself, I need to win. Now that I'm recording, you know, game on, all right? I have to beat him. So what, you know, I get the poison off right away, which gives me the power there, and I had learned from him. This is the man who trained me. This is my master fucking Oogway out here training me in the way of the poison mist, okay? He is the crouching tiger hidden rapier. Look at that. And I am out here thinking, I just need to keep the pressure on. I need to keep the poison going. And this is it. This might be the one. This might be the play. Oh, we're close. We're close. And now he's getting closer. And what do? I throw the poison clumps at him thinking it might do damage. It might be funny. But no, it's ass. It's garbage. I have to close the gap. I have to get this W. You know, I'm trying to bait him in. We're playing footsies. We're doing the spacing game, and it was one roll catch. That's all we needed. GG's, master. I missed the crouch tech there. That was garbage of me, but you know, we can't be the best all the time. Am I right? All right, this man right here. It's the rematch. It's the regen man himself with the regen plan, which is my plan for the next build. I'm going to make a regen build, and people have suggested to me, Buppo, use the Revenant armor and focus on low health. Focus on having low health. And I was like, I could do that. Yeah, that's one way to do it. But hear me out. What if I did it entirely the opposite way? Because sure, you know, having high health is one thing. But what if I had high resistance? What if I had very, very high resistance and I just stacked resistance with regen? So maybe I don't have the most health, but I have resistance with regen, right? And, you know, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. I want to theory test it. I want to theory craft it. And then I'll tell you guys how it went in the next video. But it's basically, you'll be fighting me, and my intent is to be always close to full health as much as possible. That's the idea behind the build. We'll see how well it will work, but, you know, we'll go from there. Also, this man right here, using my absolute favorite weapon in the game. I still have to do a build on that too. Using the Guardian Sword Spear. I just love its moveset. I love that it's a halberd. And I'm just in the eye of the storm here. Literally knocked him out of the poise. So it turns out, if you endure and just start punching, you will knock him out. You will knock him out of his poise. And here I think to myself, I'm going to do it again. And yeah, we just jump right into it. Surprising that the Black Flame there didn't absolutely kill me. But poison coming in clutch, as well as poison knives. 10 out of 10. Do recommend. You know, maybe it isn't garbage. Maybe poison actually is good. I'm lying. The combination of poison and rot is good. Everything else is absolutely stinky. And you saw it in, like, what was it? Duelist Diaries episode maybe 2 or 3? The one that has, like, the gladiator looking thumbnail. That was a good build. I enjoyed that build. You know, it was better than the fists. And yeah, I try to parry him there. Clearly, I am garbage at parrying. Maybe this build is better when you actually know how to parry. But I can parry with a medium shield, and that's the extent of my parry skill. I know the frames for that. And I used to be able to barehand parry in Dark Souls 3. And I feel like the timing's different in Elden Ring. Maybe it's not, but you know me. I play on vibes alone. Absolute pure vibes out here. And yeah, it just feels different. Also, my PC tends to sometimes, you know, just get some rubber banding for some reason when I play Elden Ring. Never happened with Dark Souls, but you know, this is a bigger game. And for some reason, I have more than, like, recommended. Like, the stats on my PC are more than the recommended stats for Elden Ring. But you guys know how that all went on launch. It was not the most optimized. You know, that's the thing. I play on PC. I have it on console, but I play for the convenience of PC. Also, I need a new capture card. So that's another thing. So we're going to save up some money and try to get a new capture card and all that. Speaking of that, I'm not going to do Patreon. I'm not going to do... Not yet, anyways. Not until the homies are like, hey, Buppo, you should get a Patreon or something. Because as much as I do want... Oh, that I have no idea how I survived that, by the way. That was nuts. That was wild. But if you guys knew me from my Twitch days... as much as I want to maybe have this... Not maybe. I do want, you know, content creation to be my career. I really, really don't like people giving me money for some reason. There's something about it that just feels like, oh no, keep your money, you know, like, I want you guys to save your money. I want you guys to use those savings for your own personal life, because maybe you're trying to go to college, maybe you're trying to buy that new car, maybe you're saving up for that new console yourself, or maybe you're saving up for that new game, or whatever it is. I always think to myself, keep your money, use it for yourself. I never ever want that thing, you know, like, I would always get awkward when people would sub to me or give me donations or whatever. I was thankful, yes, but I always thought to myself, no, y'all deserve it more than I do. Y'all deserve it more than I do. You know what I mean? So, that being said, we're still going to try to save up a bit of money. There's no way for you guys to give me any, so don't worry about it. We'll get the money when we'll have 1,000 subs. When I have 1,000 subs, if I can get 1,000 subs within this year, then I'll start making YouTube AdSense revenue, and that way it's no money out of your pocket. And we'll finally be able to make some revenue with no money out of anyone's pocket. And I won't have to worry about people subbing to me on Twitch or anything like that. As nice as it is, and as much as the homies are homies, you know, that's not what it's about. That's not why we're doing it. I make the content because I love making the content, and I'm here because I love being here. And if YouTube can pay me, then 10 out of 10. But that's it. By the way, because we didn't do Recusant Revelries, we got a montage here instead.
subscribe to Big Buppo's YouTube? You must. Or tickle your toes. I will.